The Game Awards just went down and it was a night full of surprises and some pretty big reveals. And we do have a whole lot to get through, so let's break that all down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. And as per usual, before we get into today's video, we are creeping up to 1,000 subscribers here on this channel. Just want to shout out each and every one of you guys. Thank you for the continued support. It really does mean the world to me. And yeah, I can't get enough making these videos. Like, it's just a fun process. I love talking to you guys in the comments. So yeah, let's keep that ball rolling. So the Game Awards was last night, and it was full of a lot of different reveals, big moments, and of course, the Game of the Year. Now that's where we're gonna kind of kick things off first, because we have a whole lot of reveals to get through. So I want to shout out Astrobot here, my personal pick for Game of the Year, and shout out to Team Asobi because they absolutely killed it with this game, and I couldn't be happier that this game won Game of the Year. And this should be a testament. PlayStation should listen to this game. It won Game of the Year being a 3D platformer, aka give me more Jak and Daxter, give me more Sly Cooper, and we'll all be happy. And it also goes without saying there are other games that existed within this category that got plenty of shine. Like, shout out to Balatro, it's a one-man team making a Game of the Year nominee. That's some pretty legendary stuff, and I don't think we'll ever see that again. Now we're gonna move on to the reveals. This is the thing that I really watched this show for, because at the end of the day, I do think awards are very subjective depending on who you talk to. But without further ado, let's kick things off with something I am personally very excited for, and that's Sonic Racing. Out of all things to reveal a brand new Sonic game in 2024, moving on to 2025, that's something I didn't have on my bingo card. Now, of course, I would have rather us got a new Sonic Adventure game, a remake, remaster of whatever from that series, but hey, more Sonic content is great, and I can't wait for the movie next week. Moving on, a game that I kind of heard about within my years of gaming, and that's Okami. And it looks like Geoff had this surprise tucked away pretty damn well, because we're getting Okami 2. That was a pretty big reveal. Now to kind of hit on some quick things, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming to the PC in January of 2025, and Clive is joining Tekken 8 this month. Which, I know there's a lot of Tifa people out there that's pretty upset about this news, so my heart goes out to you. And to kind of keep things on the PC side of things, The Last of Us Part 2 is coming to the PC on April 3rd, 2025. Which, real quick, I want to talk about The Last of Us because that's a game franchise that is constantly in the headlines. Are people getting tired of that? Now let's talk about the world of Elden Ring, because we got a brand new look at Elden Ring Night Reign. And this is going to be a standalone co-op spin-off game, which I really didn't have on my bingo card, but I'm normally not about these Souls games, so they're just plain too difficult for my little mind. But this one caught my attention, mainly because it's co-op, I can depend on other people. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Next up is a game I'm pretty excited for as well, seeing how I just love me some Game of Thrones. But we are getting Game of Thrones King's Road, which is going to be an RPG. And it does have different classes like a sellsword, assassin, and knight. And I've been on the lookout for a game that just ingrains me within this Game of Thrones world. But it's gonna be a mobile game on iOS and Android devices, which I heard mobile game and I was like, oh lord, here we go again. Here's a mobile game. But yeah, I think nowadays mobile games are at a higher standard, mainly because our phones are more powerful than back in the day when I was playing Doodle Jump. So I'm gonna give this game a look. I don't know how invested I am in this, but you know, mobile games are mobile games. Next up, The Outer Worlds 2 got a new trailer, and I can't tell you how excited I am for this game. Again, Obsidian is at its finest whenever it's doing these open world RPGs. And The Outer Worlds 1 is a game I thoroughly remember playing through. It's one of those games where you play it, you remember the exact time in which you were existing. I just love this charming world they created. Of course, it's Obsidian. They're the best at this stuff, like I just said. But yeah, Outer Worlds 2, let's go. Now, a thing I had slated for the Game Awards was Naughty Dog revealing their brand new IP in Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Now, this game is currently in development for the PS5 console, and they've been working on this brand new adventure since 2020, so it's been quite a long time. And this game is going to follow the story of Jordan A. Munn, who is a dangerous bounty hunter, and it looks like she's going to be stranded on this planet called Semperia. And this is a distant planet where the communication to the outside world has gone dark years ago. So it looks like there's going to be a fair share of creepiness added to this title. And outside of all that, pretty much everything we know about the story is under wraps, and they say, at least as of right now. But whenever I seen this game, I got those No Man's Sky vibes. And of course, let's not forget Starfield. I do love that game. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game as well, a PS5 exclusive. So let's chalk that one up. Now, let's move on to the big guns, and in case you don't know, I am very excited about this game, The Witcher 4. Of course, this is going to be the first installment in this new Witcher saga, and of course, Ciri is going to be the main character. The trailer was done in Unreal Engine 5, and it looked peak cinema, I gotta say. And let's not forget, this game is going to be without Geralt leading up the charge here, but I do think we heard his voice at the end of that trailer. Of course, you can't forget that gruffled voice, so yeah. Witcher 4, I just love The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. That was a game I spent countless hours in. I'm hoping to get the same experience out of this game. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next up, a game we knew about heading into the Game Awards was Mafia: The Old Country, and that looks to release in summer of 2025. The Mafia franchise is one that I've kind of held off playing, at least as of recently. I'm playing the Mafia Definitive Edition on my Xbox Series X right now, and I am fully ingrained in that story. I just love me some good mobster action. And of course, it's kind of like GTA, but set back in the day. LA Noire, shout out to you. But yeah, Mafia: The Old Country, I'm hoping to get the whole series done by the summer. So yeah, pray for your boy. Now, last but certainly not least, this is a game I have been looking forward to for quite some time. I've been saying that for most of these games, but most of them are sequels or just from a favorite developer of mine. But Borderlands 4, we got a brand new gameplay trailer, so let's break that one down. This is our first good look at the game, and of course, all of the looter shooter action is present within this one. And when compared to previous Borderlands game, this is a very different kind of trailer. Of course, we did have a few familiar faces baked in this trailer, but other than that, we got a brand new clean break. Now, this game does look to be building off the conclusion of Borderlands 3, which we did see the new Ripper Queen and of course the moon Elphys, which is that same moon that Lilith teleported us off of at the end of Borderlands 3. And according to the Gearbox CEO himself, Randy Pitchford, Borderlands 4 is the most open and free game in the franchise. He apparently said in Borderlands 4, everything you're seeing is a playable space that you can reach and get to without a load time. So it looks like Borderlands 4 is going to be a massive open world. Of course, that's something I'm looking forward to. I love this style of game. And heading into Borderlands 4, there were rumors this game is going to be departing from that cel-shaded style. It's good to see it's back, and it looks sharper than ever. Now, I know I missed a few games in between. Shout out to Balatro once again. I'm just seeing that game for the first time, and to hear that it's a one-person team and it's up for so many awards and it won a lot last night, that's a pretty big accomplishment. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to pass this off to you guys. What'd you think about the Game Awards? Personally, I thought this was a pretty damn good showing, especially when compared to prior years. So, tip of the hat to Geoff Keighley for listening to the audience once more. Next year is going to be a pretty damn big show with all the reveals this year, hopefully coming out by then. And of course, 2025 looks like a big year for gaming in general. But that about does it here. I've been K-Lo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.